We are under the bright lights tonight as MLB Network welcomes you to this presentation of Major League Baseball. Opening night here in this brand new season between the Cleveland Indians and the Oakland A's. Hello again, everybody. Baseball is back. Welcome to our special opening day broadcast on MLB Network. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Well, you know, I always think pitching and defense are keys to success in the long run. As we take a look at their arms, I see a lot of reason for optimism. A lot can happen over the course of a season, but if these guys stay healthy and pitch to their abilities, they should be in pretty good shape.
It's a date that's been circled for weeks, and it's finally here. Opening night on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2017 Oakland Athletics.
Quickly now, a look at the two men who are entrusted with the starting pitching assignment here to begin the new year. Now a moment here for the Indians starting lineup. Harold, what's their focus as they go for their first win?
I'll tell you what, this is one of those pitcher's parks you come in and you go, uh-oh, I could be 0 for 15 if I don't execute. And how do you execute in a pitcher's park? They throw you outside, take that base hit to right field. Don't try to do too much. You do what he gives you, you take what he gives you, and you move on.
Jesse Hahn gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. Harold, any thoughts?
Well, his primary pitch is that two-seam fastball, and what that is, it's almost like a slider that breaks late. He's going to continue to use that, and he'll throw it anytime he wants to get a ground ball, maybe in a jam to jam somebody's hands and get a broken bat. He'll use it a lot. All right, time for the majestic defensive alignment for the Oakland A's. And I'm looking at Rajai Davis out there in the outfield. He's played center, played left, played some right. I just love his infectious smile. And you know what? He can run up them and climb a wall with the best of them. Sometimes he looks like Spider-Man.
And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
Second baseman, number 22.
And the first pitch of the ball game is taken for a called strike one, and a new season of baseball is underway. The windup and the 0-1. And this is fouled back and out of play. Popped high in the air. And there's your first out of the inning.
Batting second here tonight, shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
So here's Francisco Lindor now. Swing and a little blooper to center. Davis comes on now and makes the catch in shallow center for round number 2.
Third, the designated hitter, Edwin Encarnacion.
Edwin Encarnacion now. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Into the windup and the pitch. Breaking ball just misses the inside corner.
Looked like he was trying to work in a front door curveball there, but it seemed like it popped out of his hand a little early, causing it to miss inside.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Lays off inside again, and it's 2-0.
Well, I think that's a great spot for that pitch. In on the hands. It wasn't a strike, but if he can command the movement in there, he's going to be very effective in this one.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now.
Falling behind 3-0 to the wrong guy right here. You don't want to mess around with him. You know he's going to have the green light. If you throw one inside, he still might turn and burn.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
Well, I thought with 2 outs right there in that situation, he probably had the green light 3-0. Maybe he didn't get it where he wanted or get the pitch he's looking for, so he took it. But I think he's probably swinging here, too, 3-1.
And this one will be foul back in among the fans.
Oh, that's one he's going to want back right there. A fastball right in your wheelhouse, and you foul it off.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And another foul ball. Once again, a 3-2. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Canha is there for it. And that retires the side. Indians go down 1-2-3. And now the A's offense gets its first shot here. No score. Time now for a glance at Bob Melvin's A's starting lineup. Harold, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Matt, this is a scary lineup. They've got power and they have speed. They score runs in all different ways. They hit the ball in the ballpark and they score on balls in the gap when you have a runner at first base. That's what speed, power combination can do. This is a very tough lineup.
Corey Kluber is on the mound for the season opener on the road in this one. HR, what's the word on him?
Well, Matt, he's got 5 pitches, and I love the fact he mixes them well. And we'll just see if he's on today. That means he's throwing strikes with all of them, and he'll have a dominant game if he does so. Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Indians. At second base, Jason Kipnis. This guy was an outfielder in college at Arizona State, and the Indians did a great job of converting him to second. And now in his major league career, he's really caught on to second base. Been an all-star at that position.
Here's Rajai Davis now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Athletics, center fielder, Rajai Davis.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Davis waits on the 1-1. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Now that's not fair. You're supposed to be throwing sinkers, and he throws a high fastball right there. That's why everybody's shaking their head.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. Set to deal on 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. Pitch on the way. Hit the other way out toward right field. On the move is Colabello. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Batting second, first baseman, Mark Canha.
So now it's Mark Canha. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Yeah, James Kingsley, solid umpire and pretty universally appreciated around the game. Basically, he's not a guy you're ever dreading to see behind the plate.
Oh, that grounder got him.
Well, that's a nice infield single, and was he flying down the line or what? But, man, you used to say, hey, he's smelling that base hit right there. He was digging for that hit.
Here's Chris Davis now. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. From the stretch. In there, 0-1.
Matt, here we are, double play situation, and everybody knows he's got that sinker. Maybe get a ground ball and get two, right? But he comes with the fastball right there. Now nobody knows what to see. This is going to be an interesting at bat.
0-1 count and the pitch.
Nope.
And that one stayed too low apparently.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
Runners on first with one down. 1-1 is a cutter that misses 2-1.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last three pitches. The book on him is that he hits the away pitch pretty well, and he just saw three in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
2-2.
Look, Matt, this guy's got a great sinker. Here's the key. He's got a runner on first base. This is where you can get that ground ball double play. Make him chase that hard sinker and hit it into the dirt and turn one over for you.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
Pretty standard pitch sequence right there. Just how you draw it up in a perfect world. Jump ahead 0-2, and then you toss a changeup in the dirt to get him to chase for a strikeout on 3 pitches. If only it were always that easy.
Standing in now, Marcus Semien, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Kluber pauses. Here he comes 0-1. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Right there is a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him. 1-2. Here it comes. And a neck-high fastball that time. A runner on first with 2 away. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 1 left for Oakland. Still no score. Striding in, Michael Brantley. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Left fielder, Michael Brantley.
First offering on its way. Hit hard back up the middle. Semien's there. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Batting fifth, first baseman, Carlos Santana.
Here's Carlos Santana now. And a bit too high with that one. It's 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. A fastball down near the shoe tops. No score here as we play inning number 2. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
To right field and way out of here. Look at this thing go. Gone. Oye como va. It's a solo home run for Carlos Santana. First home run of the campaign for him as the Tribe move out in front 1-0.
Hey, you come out of spring training feeling pretty good about your swing, and how about this, your first at bat of the year? Kaboom! This could lead to a very big year. First at bat, home run. Not a bad way to start.
In now, Jose Ramirez.
Third baseman.
As he'll look at a fastball in there.
Same pitch, and this time he comes right back with it in another dangerous location. He better be careful.
In there at the knees, 0-2 now.
I guess he's really trying to measure that fastball in his first at bat, but you really never want to put yourself in 0-2 count if you could do anything about it.
Grounded to short. Simeon's got it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Digging in, Chris Colabello. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. First pitch coming. Here it is.
That's a ball.
There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Here it comes. 1-0. Right over the middle, knee high. 2 out, nobody on. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. Line down the left field line, but this will be foul. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
When a pitcher's close to working through a quick inning, that's when you really need to grind out some at-bats. He's done a good job of that, and that's really big when you're hitting towards the bottom of the order.
Very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul. Now another 2-2. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. Indians pick up 1 thanks to this at-bat from Carlos Santana. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's now 1-0 Cleveland. Into the box now, Stephen Vogt. He'll start things out here against Corey Kluber.
Catcher, Stephen Vogt.
Into the windup and the pitch. Swung on and missed for the first strike.
It looks like he just swung right over that sinker right there. What is so hard about a sinker, you have to almost go underneath it and scoop it. If you got one of those swings that goes over the top, you're never going to hit him.
Played on the backhand. And a rather easy first out.
Batting 6.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He really didn't have a chance to get his feet set, so this is all arm. Nicely done.
Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, but it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. The relay, and he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a two-base hit.
Batting seventh.
Stepping into the box, Trevor Plouffe, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a lay off the fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. A two-run blast to straightaway right field. First home run of the campaign for him. And the A's have grabbed a 2-1 lead.
Everybody has heard of a hitter punishing a curve or a slider that just hangs. Well, this was a cutter. It just hangs right there out over the heart of the plate, and he didn't miss it. Can't leave a pitch like that to a professional hitter. Well, you can, but that's what you get.
Batting eighth. Second baseman.
Here's Jed Lowrie now. As he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball one. And a good heater as he just watches this baby. A ball and a strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner. One out, nobody on. He takes strike three called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away.
It's never easy to rebound after serving up a two-run shot, but that at bat was a good indication to me that he isn't letting it get to him. He went right after him for the strikeout.
Now at the plate, Adam Rosales. He'll try to make something happen with two gone in the bottom of the second. Kluber sets his sights. First pitch on its way. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time.
You hate facing a guy with this many pitches in his repertoire, and now you go down 0-2. You have no idea what he's going to throw here. The at-bat's almost over.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. In there, a base hit.
Didn't try to do too much with it. Two strikes on him. He just fights it off and flips it into right field.
11, Rajay Davis.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Into the box, Rajay Davis. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Here's a swing and a miss. 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And a whiff at a good slider that time. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. Working for the punch out and the offering. And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
Oh, man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He just missed, and now the inning continues with a man in scoring position.
Ready for another chance? Mark Canha. 2s all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
After the walk and with runners on the bags, he couldn't afford to fall behind here. Nice job of jumping ahead with strike 1.
Back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. And he is in there. And now this ball's going to wind up out of play. And that'll compound matters even further.
And don't forget, on a ball thrown out of play, the rule says that the runner gets the base he was running to plus 1 more.
Into the box now, Chris Davis, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's got a chance to add to this early lead as he'll bat with a couple of guys in scoring position. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now.
Well, he's out in front of that changeup. I think, Matt, that was a result of the fastball, the pitch before. He's throwing so hard, you got to onto that fastball in that situation.
A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. We've played 2. It's now 3-1 Oakland. And next will be Tyler Naquin. He'll stand in to open things up here in the 3rd. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. Hard hit ball to short, taken in by Simeon. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd.
Batting 9th, catcher Luis Salazar.
Now in the box, Luis Salazar. And this will ricochet off of him on the mound. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the 2nd out at first.
Second baseman number 22, Jason Kipnis.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jason Kipnis. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Into the windup and the pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. 3rd inning here. 3-1 our score. A little bouncer, but it's foul. Strike 1. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. The pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And that's going to land foul.
I like that. Show him the curveball and then try to sneak that low 90s fastball by him. It's going to look faster coming off those breaking pitches.
Got him swinging in the dirt. Votes got it. And the throw to first ends the inning. Down in order go the Tribe, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Back with Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac. Matt Vasgersian as the Cal Berkeley product Marcus Semien is the first to bat in the inning. First pitch coming. Here it is. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. The windup and the 0-1. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
D-Rod.
1-1 pitch and a nice call for the change. It's 1-2.
I think getting the leadoff man in every inning is important as a pitcher. When you're coming off an inning that you really labored through, it makes all the difference mentally.
And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Stepping in now, Stephen Vogt. As he'll take a look at ball one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And that one right down Main Street.
Oh, that was a good looking slider to hit. He kind of hung him one. When you got a slider right there and it's spinning towards you, that's the one you annihilate.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Off speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Bases are empty, one man out. Sent on the ground out to second. Taken in by Kipnis. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Up next for Oakland, third baseman, Ryan Healy.
Striding in once again, Ryan Healy. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat.
Ball.
Too low, 1-0.
Counts 1-0.
Now a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball, 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
That's
1-1 pitch and a good sinker there, but he can't find the zone. 2-1.
Seems to me like they're pitching him a little bit more cautiously after that double he had his first time up.
On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
Not much to say about that swing other than it should have never happened.
Kluber steps into his windup. Here's the 2-2. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the A's, but they hang on to a 3-1 lead. Digging in the switch hitter, Francisco Lindor comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Francisco Lindor.
Into the windup and the pitch. And that misses ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Well, he's pitching really good in this game, and the fastball location has been the key. That pitch right there is indicative of the game. Down low, hits a spot. That's what he's been doing with the fastball basically the whole game.
High in the air out to center field. Davis is there. 1 out.
The batter, number 10. Designated hitter, Edwin Encarnacion.
Edwin Encarnacion now. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Curveball that time, not even close. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Oh, and that looked like the very definition of flailing there. It's even at 1.
Boy, that's an ugly swing right there. And they haven't been getting on base. They're not doing much of anything right now. And I'll tell you what, they got to figure out something to make an adjustment, or this game could get ugly quick.
This ball will be chopped foul. 3-1 is our score here in inning number 4. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate.
Well, he's out in front of that changeup. I tell you what, he had to honor the fastball. The fastball, the pitch before, and back with the changeup. That's a great combination.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going.
That was a good pitch to hit. He wants that one back. He was just a little bit late on it.
Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. And he'll stay alive here, but just barely as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now, 3-2.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
First pitch on its way. Michael Brantley comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. One-0 count. Here it is. Hit hard up the middle. And Brantley will reach. He's got a base hit.
Well, he hit that ball hard right there. I think he got a little bit lucky. If it's at somebody, probably a double play ball instead of a single.
Carlos Santana.
Here's Carlos Santana now as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. Encarnacion rounds the corner and is headed home. Is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down.
Hey, he's trying his hardest to help his guys get back in the game, but this time he had no shot. Applaud the hustle, but the decision was a costly one.
Standing in now, Jose Ramirez, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. 2 men on, 2 away here in the fourth. Hit out towards second. Gloved by Lowry. On to first, and the driver held in check as the inning is over. Indians strand a couple. They still trail it here 3-1. Into the box now, Trevor Plouffe. And remember, he hit that 2-run homer his first time up.
Number 3.
In there, strike one. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Can't quite get the low outside corner there. It's 1-2.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there. You're down 0-2. You're in protect mode. You want to chase that ball. Nice layoff.
Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. That's softly hit to right. Will that get down? There to take it in is Kipnis, and there's 1 away.
The batter, number 8, second baseman, Jed Lowry.
Here's Jed Lowry now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First offering on its way. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Now the pitch.
That's a ball.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Aye.
2-2 now. 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Again, he sends it out of play. The 2-2 one more time. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate.
He's just fouling them off till he gets something he wants to hit.
And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
That was a good job there of using the batter's aggressiveness against him. He was putting up a good fight and fouling a lot of balls off. So as a pitcher, it's a great idea to expand the zone even more and make the hitter really chase after something that's even hard to foul off.
In now, Adam Rosales. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Called strike 0-2. Kluber gets the sign. 0-2 on its way. And that slider's almost in the dirt. The 1-2 pitch. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. On its way is pitch number 75. Bottom dropped out on him, and that's a strikeout. And that ends the inning. So nothing happening this time around. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. The A's lead this one 3-1. Stepping in, Chris Colabello. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th.
13, Chris Colabello.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
Well, this offense finds themselves struggling right now, and they're down a few runs. They got to try to manufacture, get somebody on, maybe hit and run, and then you look for the big ball. Looks like right now everybody's swinging for the downs. They got to turn it around a little bit. Play a little small ball, get it going.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And that misses. 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Here it is. The knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. Ready now with the payoff pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. The next 3-2. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
Leading off the inning, your job is to get on base and set the table for the inning. That was a pretty good at-bat, and that he pushed the count to 3-2 and made the pitcher work, but I think he'd like to have that 3-2 pitch back. Pretty sure that was ball 4 he went after.
And next will be the versatile Tyler Naquin, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Now that's a nice base hit right there. Don't overlook this guy just because he's down at the bottom of the order. He's a pretty good hitter.
Luis Salazar.
Into the box now, Luis Salazar, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here comes the 1-0. Looks at a sinker on the outside corner. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Oh, he breaks out the hook there. Good for strike 2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swinging a soft liner, and that'll get down for a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
2 strikes on him, and he flips one out to center field. You couldn't have thrown that any better.
And as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. Swing and a liner, but that's a foul ball. Now the 0-1. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
Whoa, he looks a little frustrated out there, and I don't blame him. He gives up a couple of hits early inning, and then he plunks this guy. He's fighting himself a little bit, so they might want to head out to the mound and try to calm him down.
So here's Francisco Lindor now. Popped foul, and it looks like that's going to make it into the VIP seats.
This is a big at bat. You're down 2 right here, and they're sitting with runners in scoring position. Put the ball in play. He's got to pick up something. Just keep the chain moving. This is a big at bat.
And a good job to lay off the fastball. They're close, but it's 1-1. He waits. Now the pitch. Took something off there as this pitch is in the dirt, but handled quickly behind the plate. 3-1 our score as we play inning number 5. Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone. But if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker, I think you have to stick with that plan.
Davis the catch. Tagging is the runner from third. Now this is cut and thrown to first. On to first, a double play. Indians strand a couple. Score holds. It's 3-1. Here's Rajai Davis now. He'll lead things off as we begin the home 5th.
Center fielder, Rajai Davis.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Nope,
and a fastball just below the knees. Ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. Fouled back. Davis waits on the 1-1. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Here's the pitch. To 2-2 now. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Mark Canha comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Some stirring now in the Cleveland bullpen. They'll get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. On the ground up the middle. To his left. Lindor on to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder, Chris Davis.
Standing in, Chris Davis. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
Outside, 3-0 now. 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all. Digging in to try it again, Marcus Semien. Been a strikeout victim twice in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
A lot of times you'll see the take sign after 5 straight balls to start the inning, but with the middle of the order up at the plate here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's turned loose. Just has to be the right pitch to hack at. We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
The 2-0 on the way. Takes a knee-high fastball.
I like that. That's great 2-0 hitting. You're looking for one specific pitch in one specific area. You don't get it, you take it.
And a 2-1 slider is looked at for a called strike 2. 2 out with the man at first. Full count now. 3-2.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play. I wonder if that...
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. The A's strand 1, and it's still 3-1. Striding in once again, Edwin Encarnacion. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And we see some action in the A's bullpen now. It's both a left-hander and a righty that start to loosen up. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch-to-contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
No contact there from Encarnacion as the count runs to 0-2 on him.
Now that's a good curveball. That's the old 12-6 from midnight to 6 a.m. and he's doing it all day.
Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Another 0-2 home. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. 1-2, here it comes. Oh, and it's not often you see a guy like that flail so badly up there, but that was a great pitch for out number 1.
Now batting.
Ready for another shot now, Michael Brantley. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Into the windup and the pitch. This is pulled into right, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
He's got to feel good about himself. A multi-hit game. He knows he's been struggling. We know he's been struggling. Maybe this is the start of good things to come.
Santana.
Into the box, Carlos Santana. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. Here it comes, 1-0. A double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3. It's a double play and the inning is over. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Ready once again, Stephen Vogt. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Catcher.
First pitch of the at-bat. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out.
Now batting, third baseman.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ryan Healy. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Lays off 1-0. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. In the dirt. It's 3-0 now. Ready with the 3-0 pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Grounded back up the middle. Lindor takes it in. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
The right fielder, number 3, Trevor Plouffe.
Trevor Plouffe will dig in again, and as he does, we'll flash you back to inning number 2 as you get a look at his 2-run homer that was a big blow early on. Kluber steps into his windup. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. And with just 5 2/3 innings under his belt, he's about to hit the century mark in his pitch count now.
Yeah, but if he gets through this inning, I think they'd be happy with it. To get through 6 innings and just a little over 100 pitches, I think that's pretty good out of it.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. 2 out, nobody on. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. Another 0-2 coming. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Ready on 1-2. And he's able to fight this one off, foul to the right, and the count will hold at 1-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Oh, and ouch, that one drilled him. Fortunately, he's able to stick with it and get the out at first, and that'll put an end to the inning. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. We're through 6 full. It's the A's 3 and the Indians 1. Back here at the Coliseum in Oakland. The A's are on top in this one as we get set for the 7th. But before it gets underway, let's take a look at our game summary to this point. Digging in to try it again, Jose Ramirez. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. Swing and a looper to left. Davis is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The right fielder, number 13.
Ready for another chance? Chris Colabello. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts for him so far. Fastball in there for a called strike.
He's really done a remarkable job considering the fact that he's thrown first pitch strike to less than half the guys in the lineup. He's under 50% right now, and that's usually not a recipe for success.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Hey, that's a classic piece of pitching right there. You have to back hitters away from the plate to make them a little bit uncomfortable. Now you can go inside or outside. I like that purpose pitch.
We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. And here's a ball hit in the air. Canha in foul ground, and no one will get this one. Here's another 2-2. Reaches down and hits this one on the ground to short. Simeon's there. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
The batter, center fielder.
Digging in and looking for more, Tyler Naquin. A hit in 2 tries so far. Looks like a right-hander's gotten up to throw now in the Oakland pen. Hit hard back up the middle. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Indians go down 1-2-3, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Digging in once again, Jed Lowry, and he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far.
Your attention, please.
New pitcher to tell you about. It's a guy drafted number 6 overall out of North Carolina in 2006. The 6'6" lefty Andrew Miller.
Nope. That's
8,
a ball.
9, and 1 to start the inning as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw just in time, and oh, that was awfully close.
Now batting, designated hitter, Adam.
Digging in now,
Rosales.
Adam Rosales. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. 0-1 pitch on its way. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Squared that one up just a little late. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight.
Center fielder number 11.
So digging in now, Rajai Davis. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. And that swung on and missed for strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down and unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line. You see a lot of swinging misses on those.
He threw that ball right by him. When you got a guy throwing that hard, you got to really just think about using your hands and just spread out and let your hands fly. They're going to be quicker than your bat is going to get to the ball.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. A's are gone in order as the lead remains 3-1. Liam Hendricks is out from the bullpen as he'll get his first work of the season here on opening night.
Liam Hendricks.
So striding forward now, Luis Salazar. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
Salazar.
Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Gone to lead off the inning. So a solo shot here to left center field. First home run of the campaign for him. And the Tribe have made this a 3-2 score now.
Wow, that's a tough one. Certainly not the way you want to start your day as a relief pitcher, giving up a home run.
Sean Doolittle is out from the bullpen as he'll get his first work of the season here on opening night.
Second baseman number 22, Jason Kipnis.
And as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Here's the 0-1. And he lays off for ball 1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss.
Really deceptive changeup there. Very well executed. It looks like it just sort of dies when it gets close to the plate.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Here it comes. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2, and he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Yeah, that strategy is great when it works, but when it doesn't, it's ugly. And he was here to face one guy, and he couldn't get it done.
Digging in the switch hitter, Francisco Lindor. Leadoff man on base, and we'll see what they have in mind strategy-wise here. Showing bunt here, but he takes ball 1.
What I'm looking for on that right there, he pulls the bunt back, but now you know he's bunting. You tried to make him chase a pitch. Now I come back and throw him a strike and make him get it down. They give you out, take the out.
1-0 pitch on the way. Now a bunt attempt here. And they'll just tag him out along the first base line.
Hey, sacrifice was in order right there as he gets the bunt down right there. And sometimes it's easier to just tag him instead of making that throw to first base.
Edwin Encarnacion now. In the dirt here. And no advance. It's ball 1. Has a look. Now the pitch. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
Matt, this could be a real special inning. They've already hit a home run here, and now the real power is starting to come to the plate. We might be in for a light show.
Hot shot down the line, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
2-2.
Runner at second here with one man out. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. And prior to the 2-2, he'll step out of the box and ask for time. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Tapper right back to the mound. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Had to protect there with 2 strikes, and he just got it off the end of the bat. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
Swinging a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. Semien is there to make the catch, and a great job of pitching as they strand the potential tying run at third. But the Tribe draw a bit. So now it's Mark Canha. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Here it comes on 1-1. Fouled straight back. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Sharp slider that time, just missed inside. Set to deal on 2-2. Soft liner towards short. And he's set down, 1 away.
The left fielder, number 2.
So stepping in, Chris Davis. Been a strikeout victim twice in this one. Swing and a liner. But this one lands in the bullpen area, a foul ball. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. Second pitch is chopped foul right at home plate, and he's behind now 0-2. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. Digging in, Marcus Semien. 3 at-bats for him in this one, all ending with him going down on strikes. Ball 1.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. In there, 1-2 now.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. 2-2 count. Here it comes. And he struck him out again. So that's the old sombrero there, partner. 4 strikeouts in the ball game. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. And it remains a 3-2 ball game. A look there at the Bay Bridge from the East Bay side, where we are for this one from the Coliseum in Oakland. Ryan Dull comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Carlos Santana will be the first one to greet him here, as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
He might want that pitch back up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
Ready with the 0-1. A fastball down near the shoe tops. Popped up. Healy is there for it. And that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, third baseman.
Striding into the box, Jose Ramirez. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate here as that misses. Here comes the 1-0. And a neck-high fastball that time.
I'm seeing him just a little too amped up out there right now. That's common with hard throwers like him. Running a blazing fastball up there is great, but if you can't harness it, what good does it do you?
And there's the first strike, 2-1. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. 1 out, nobody on. Outside in a full count, 3-2.
Looked to me like he tried to do way too much on that 2-2 pitch. You don't have to come into the zone on that count, but a pitch that far outside isn't going to tempt anyone to swing.
Now a swing and a fly ball, but no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. A payoff pitch one more time. Hit to third. And a base hit as that's into left, and they've got themselves a base runner.
They've left a lot of men on base. They've had plenty of opportunities, and here's another one. After a base hit, they find themselves with another runner on. Let's see if they can bring somebody home this inning.
Stepping in now, Chris Colabello, as he'll get a slider up that time, but he swings through it for the first strike. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Quick check on that tying run at first. And they got him.
Hey, a good right-handed pickoff move is really all about the footwork, and that was nice. He got his feet all the way around the first, which allowed his hips and everything else to clear for an accurate throw to the inside of the bag. That, and it was real quick, too.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swing, and oh my. Hit him with the high. That one is out of here. This game is tied. Solo shot to right center. First home run of the campaign for him. And the Indians have come back to tie things at 3.
And some guys just have a knack for the dramatic. He comes up in a big spot and just cranks one out of here to even the score. Not a bad time to hit your first homer of the year, huh?
Out there.
The center fielder, Tyler Naquin.
And next will be the versatile Tyler Naquin. Here's another one that's drilled. This one to left. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. But thanks to this solo shot, the Tribe is back to tie things up. Home half of the ninth coming up. We're tied now at 3 apiece. At the plate, Stephen Vogt. He'll lead things off against the same reliever that finished off the last inning.
Well, you don't see in this day too many relievers going multiple innings, but guys have to earn that trust from their managers. We'll see how he handles it here.
And that misses for ball 1. Weak chopper up the line. Foul ball, however, strike 1. The set and the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
I'll tell you, it's hard to get more of a confidence boost than striking out the best hitters in the lineup. Back to back to back. He's looking really sharp right now.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Brantley is under it, and that's the second out of the inning.
The right fielder, number 3, Trevor.
Now batting,
Plouffe.
Trevor Plouffe. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. First pitch on its way. And a ball 1-0. 2 out, nobody on. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
Slider is right there. 83 on the gun. It's 1-2. And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seats.
I like the pitch right there. Got it to chase a fastball out of the zone. I'd come back with it again.
High pop up. Santana will put this one away, and the side is retired. So they can't get that winning run home, and that means we'll have to go a little longer tonight to find a winner. 10th inning coming up, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Luis Salazar. He'll be the one to start things out as we begin the 10th. First pitch of the at-bat. Not his best effort that time. It's strike 1.
This is exactly what they didn't want. Leading off an inning, and he goes up and he's swinging at everything. His balls aren't even close. He's got to make him work a little bit.
A late swing on the slider, and quickly it's 0-2.
What a good pitch. He went way out of the zone to try to swing and catch up to that slider. Now you got him thinking. It's 0-2. You can throw him anything you want.
A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away. Standing in, Jason Kipnis. He comes into this at-bat 0 for 2 with the hit by pitch. From the stretch. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
0-2, here it comes. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop.
Into the box now, Francisco Lindor. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. The pitch. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. This one's chopped foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. 1-2. Here it comes. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Canha is there, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Tribe. Still tied 3-3.
Leading off for the A's. Second
He's
baseman.
set and the pitch. Jed Lowrie is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Right over the middle, knee high.
He's really throwing the ball well in this game, and the thing to me that stands out is that two-seamer. He's got great movement, and he's keeping hitters off balance with it.
Here comes another 0-2. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. So striding in, Adam Rosales. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Hit out towards second. Kipnis is there. The throw will be in time at first, and Miller's got it rolling here. 2 away.
Center fielder number 11.
Here's Rajai Davis now. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Swing and a little tapper. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
You want to talk about speed? Watch him here on this isolation replay. Is he flying or what? I love how smooth he runs, and he just bursted down the line.
Before the pitch, a check on that winning run at first. And he'll get back in safely. Mark Canha is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. Now a move over to first and a dive, but he's back in. And now they've got him in a rundown. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. The 1-0. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner. The 1-1 pitch. And that one stayed too low apparently. Possible winning runs at second with 2 down, however. Slider misses, and he's in danger of losing him here. 3-1. Chris Davis would be next. The 3-1 pitch. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out. Here's Chris Davis now. He's gone hitless to this point.
Not a great game up to this point, but none of that would matter if he could come through right here. A chance to be the hero.
Jordan Walden trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away.
Jordan Walden.
Here's the first pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. Possible winning runs at second with 2 down, however.
That's a ball.
And there's ball 1.
Look out, 1-1.
The 1-1 pitch. A wave and a miss.
Boy, he is not seeing the ball at all. He's already got 3 strikeouts. If he strikes out here, that's when you start calling the eye doctor.
And that misses 2-2.
Hey, number 3 hole hitter up right now. Cleanup guy on deck. 2 ball, 2 strike count. I think pitcher wants to make something happen right here.
And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
There's certain situations where things just have to happen, and this is one of those. Like it or not, he's got a challenge in right here.
And that'll get past his outstretched glove. It's a base hit. And it's celebration time as the A's are going to walk off with a win.
Hey, this game looked like it was going to be one of those wild ones right from the beginning. But when you could win this thing in walk-off fashion, what a way to win a ball game. A walk-off win?
Well, everyone was treated to a really well-played ball game in this one, and the guy you see there turned in a particularly notable performance, so he's our top player of the game in this one.
Well, the numbers don't just jump out at you, but his lone hit was a really important one. And sometimes you just need to come through when it matters most to be the hero, and he did just that.
And it's a 4-3 finish in this evening's ball game. Ryan Dull claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that just about does it for Harold Reynolds, the lefty Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Athletics. 4 runs on 6 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. For Cleveland, 3 runs on 9 hits. 1 error. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 3 minutes. Thanks for joining us this evening. And please drive home safely.